So this quarterback situation that we have nowadays is so different than how quarterbacks were treated back in the day. I don't actually know the numbers on these things, but I would imagine a lot more first round quarterbacks are picked now than they were in the past. But in the past, it was normal to not start your first round guy. And maybe the game was more complex and they dumbed down the offenses. I've heard it all. But you're seeing left and right. And don't get me wrong, it was a good move that Bryce Young was benched and that, Andy Dalton went in there. Andy Dalton has always been a competitor. He's always been a winner. Don't quote me on always, but you know what I mean. The guy can play ball. He's smart. He's to last as long as he has in the league and to still be playing that way. It says a lot about who he is. And having the right guy in the right system, and it looked like that with Andy Dalton yesterday. It can change absolutely everything. That's not a knock to say Bryce Young is a terrible NFL quarterback, but maybe in that system it doesn't work as well with him. Anyways, what I'm getting to, I just heard people talking about Jacksonville's quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, and how, they're already starting to write him off. And I'm thinking, he just got this huge contract, and some people are saying, oh, it was only on potential and blah, blah, blah. Well, he had moments where he played really well, and they've got a whole staff of people analyzing everything to say, yes, this man is worth this amount of money. And they're still losing. They're 0-3. And people are already, every single week to week, NFL stands for not for long, but people are trying to get him pushed out of there too. And this is such a different approach of football than how football used to be. We're getting hyperactive and impulsive and just writing people off and drafting you first round and trading the house to get this guy, and then he's not working week 2 and the week 3 of the NFL season, his second year, we're going to bench him. And I have to wonder if part of this is kind of this merging, fusing, if you will, that you see of entertainment and sports. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I think it's a good thing. It brings more eyeballs, brings more attention to the sport, and that's a good thing. But in entertainment, what do? They what have you done lately? You were the biggest box office star, and then all of a sudden John Travolta, a talent of all talents, gets written off for years until Tarantino's like, you guys are idiots. Stop doing this Hollywood thing. This guy's amazing. He's resurrected so many people's careers. But I feel like that mindset is filtering into football. To think the world of this guy, and they do have great talent and they do have all this potential, and if they don't realize it immediately, when that's never how things work, there's a big transition, a big jump up from college to pros, and in the past they didn't do it that way. They were able to learn under a veteran and learn for a year or two and then step in, and now they're a little more ready. And even when they didn't do that, when it was normal, and Peyton Manning started from day one, he threw like a record amount of interceptions his rookie season. So they gave him a chance. They said, yeah, you're going to learn by drinking out of a fire hose. We're going to throw you right into the fire. And we know you're going to take your bumps. We know you're going to get hit in the mouth. We know it's going to look a little ugly at moments. We're not expecting you to be a savior right away, but nowadays we kind of are. And some of that maybe also comes from, the Ravens quarterback, or, guys that can come in and they can simplify the offense in certain ways or cater it to things, and it's the changing of the game and strategies and stuff, so somebody can come in and ball right away, or Cam Newton did it. To write somebody off immediately when they're still 22, 23 years old and they have the best of their play ahead of them for a decade, it's pretty wild to me. The other part of it, I wonder, is like how much of this social media has infiltrated the brains of everybody to where now everybody's attention span is so much shorter, so much less capable of being able to handle something not working out right away. 7-second swipe up, TikTok. And I know not all these old coaches are doing that, but somehow I feel like that's starting to push into sports as well. It's just this guy's the belle of the ball, and then all of a sudden he doesn't win for a season and he's done. His career's over. He's probably not going to get the same kind of chance with the same kind of favor with another team unless somehow the situation falls into his lap. So I don't know. That's a little bit. I wouldn't even say I'm frustrated by it because it's it is what it is. I think it's unfortunate for some of these young bucks that are coming into the league now, and they have dedicated their entire life to the sport, and the sport is so quick to write them off when they have so much football left in them. And yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate, and those are just my thoughts. I don't know how much. What do you guys think? Is part of this an entertainment thing? Is part of it entertainment via social media thing, and how our brains are working, and the less patience and more impulsivity? But it's pretty wild to me, and I don't know if y'all feel the same. Hit me.